Hey everyone out there, my name is Dean. I want to tell you today about Virtual Pilot 3D. It's an air flight simulator that literally comes with so many features and is so comprehensive and so detailed, it very well could be one of my most favorite flight simulators in the entire universe. I know that is a huge statement, but I can back it up, and I'm going to tell you why I can back it up here in a moment. However, I should just tell you that I'm one of those people. I've loved video games my whole life. I've never looked at video games in a way where I needed it to be ultra realistic. In fact, I think what makes video games so beautiful are the fact that they're not realistic, or at least the earlier models, like the early Nintendos and early Segas were. Again, as we see technology improve, we're getting more and more to the point where it doesn't look like video games at all. It looks like you're playing real life TV. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but in the case of Virtual Pilot 3D, I think it's an absolutely wonderful thing because it's one of those rare video games where I actually want super realism, because I want to know what it's really like to fly an aircraft or a helicopter or anything like that, and to be able to do it like literally in the world that I live in, and it's not some fantasy world. I enjoy the idea. So with Virtual Pilot 3D, I can do that and so much more. In fact, if you're even interested in becoming a pilot, you really should check out Virtual Pilot 3D, because it's going to put you right into the cockpit, literally, of so many different planes and helicopters. In fact, you can choose from over 200 plus planes and helicopters, so you're never going to run out of new machines, basically. You're going to be able to fly, and you can, every single day, seriously, for almost a year, you could be in a different cockpit trying out different ways to fly, which is really cool, because you never know, when you're going to find yourself needing to fly a Boeing, or a helicopter. I mean, I'm just saying. Anyways, you can even select rare planes, by the way, like the 1903 Wright Flyer, which I thought was really cool, even an Airbus 380, so you can experience basically how it is to pilot those type of planes. And a lot of other simulations that do flight simulation, by the way, don't have that. I thought it was a really nice little kind of bonus that they gave you with Virtual Pilot 3D. But what I really like about it, and this is where kind of the meat and potatoes of the Virtual Pilot experience is, and which is why I love it so much, is you can choose from over 25,000 plus real-world airports, complete with full scenery, so you can land at and take off, and you won't have to settle, basically for usual packages offered by normal flight simulators, where you only get a portion of airports. 25,000, that's a lot, people. So you're never going to find your airplane lacking in terms of a place to land. You're always going to have a place to land, which is really nice. Also, there's a lot of built-in interactive tutorials for every aircraft. So basically, you're not going to just be flying blind. You're going to be able to know how to use the flight control panels right away. You'll know always how to control any new or unfamiliar aircraft, which I thought was really cool, because again, if you want to fly, a Wright airplane, from 1903, it's not exactly like there are manuals just sitting around to show you how to do that. So the tutorials come in really handy there, which I thought was cool. Also, you can experience real-life helicopter landing and handling, which I thought is cool, because for example, if you want to take on a medical chopper and land it on the edge of a cliff or a plateau, you can do that, which is much more difficult than it looks on TV. I've probably crashed mine 50 billion times. You can also see runways change elevation, so you know how they slope when you land, just like in real life. Realistic controls and instrument behavior, which I thought was cool. So that means you can change instruments in the cockpit. You can, even the compass moves based on your situation. So as you're in the cockpit, you can see the controls responding to your actions. Also, too, it supports all hardware, and I mean all hardware. So if you have like a yoke, a foot pedals, throttle, that you want to attach, so you can make your flight even more realistic, you can do that, and I thought that was really cool. I don't necessarily have those. I'm more of a keypad kind of guy, but I have friends that use Virtual Pilot 3D, and they really get into this, and especially with the foot pedals, and I thought that was really cool. Also, what I really think is cool, it's integrated with Google Maps in real time, so you'll be fully aware of where you're at in the world. And also, again, if you need more tutorials, it has video tutorials on top of that to kind of make it even more easier for you how to fly those planes, especially if you're a complete beginner, which I was a while ago. I didn't have any idea what to do. I just said one day, you know what, I want to fly a plane, and obviously I can't just go to the airport and say, hey, let me fly your plane. Kind of need to go to school for that, and you kind of have to have a lot of trust and all that by the people that are putting you in front of airplanes. Well, thankfully with Virtual Pilot 3D, I could just sit at home and fly all the planes I want anywhere I want. Also, too, What I thought's really cool is if you're into the military or you wanna experience what it's like to fly in or land on an aircraft carrier, you can do that with the Nimitz and the Eisenhower, which I think is really cool because landing on an aircraft carrier is entirely different than landing at an airport, and again a lot of fun. Although I have spilled my airplane into the ocean, that's just because I'm terrible. I still haven't gotten the hang of flying as much as I've done this, so maybe shouldn't be a pilot, but maybe that's why it's better I do virtual pilot, because then I don't have to worry about hurting anyone. I just hurt myself and my ego, of course, because it gets completely smashed whenever I do this. Maybe you're better at this, I don't know, but you should check it out. Also, too, there's air-to-air refueling, so you can finally test your skills if you want to think you could do air-to-air refueling. And if you're more advanced and for the more serious pilots, Virtual Pilot 3D has the best ATC system, which means that's very intelligent air traffic control. So that will give you air traffic control services as you play, so you can fly under IFR or VFR. You can also request vectors to an airport, so I mean you can do visual approaches. It's unreal. You can even fly real airline routes. I mean, I'm just kind of really scratching the surface with Virtual Pilot 3D. There is so much more I can't even begin to get into, because it's seriously too much, but I love it because it's the only virtual pilot air flight simulator you're ever going to need. Virtual Pilot 3D is incredible, and the graphics, I might add, are also really exceptional. Very, very, very well done, very well put together. I was kind of blown away by it. I love doing flight simulators. I think you're going to love this one too, and by the way, you should check it out for yourself. Don't listen to me. Go experience this. Trust me, you're going to fall in love the very first day you do it. You're probably going to spend 8-9 hours on it. Before you know it, the day's going to be over. You're going to be like, what happened? Because that's exactly what happened to me. I know it's going to happen to you, okay? So look, do yourself a favor. Just click the link right below this video, and you can see for yourself what I'm talking about. And if you do that, by the way, you might be eligible for a special bonus or exclusive offer. Or you can visit the website directly at metabay.net/virtual pilot. Once again, that's metabay.net, metabay.net, all one word, virtual pilot, VIRTUALPILOT. Once again, metabay.net/virtual pilot, or just click the link below this video, and you'll be well on your way to checking out Virtual Pilot 3D for yourself. Okay, so good luck, have fun, enjoy flying, get good at it. Maybe you'll be a pilot someday. Okay, have fun with it. Virtual Pilot 3D is well worth the experience. Click the link below this video and get that experience going today. Take care, guys.